All right, welcome to week 4, ITO 225 Web Technologies. All right, so let's see what we got going on for this week. We're on our home page. Don't forget to check your announcements from time to time. And our modules. Also, your grades are available. We know that. Course syllabus, if you need to review that. We also have conferences, virtual office hours, otherwise known as conference modules, is where most of our work is. And this will be week 4. So let's take a look at our week 4 work. Now, for week 3, you should have finished your movie website. 4, being responsive. We're going to learn about responsive web design, some of the latest approaches. Welcome to week 4. This week's lesson focuses on responsive web design and development. We will discuss the importance of presentation and communication skills. We will also review resources for image selection and visually augment our content. In the textbook reading for this week, we'll learn how to create fully responsive web pages. We'll also do that in our assignments, guys, and hopefully you've been using my step-by-step tutorial videos. If you stick to those, you'll do good on the projects. Read the book also on your own. You don't have to turn that work in, but I encourage you to read the textbook and do some of the step-by-steps if you can. And also some of those other reading and practice websites may help you out if you have the time. Don't forget your practice of presence readings in your textbook, Chapter 16, CSS layout with Flexbox and Grid, and Chapter 17, responsive web design. Once again, you're not required to do the step-by-steps. I encourage you to do that if you have time. You don't have to upload anything or turn anything in for this, since this is for your knowledge. So you may be wise to read through and try some of the textbook work. There's additional articles here, recommended reading. You're not required to read Chapter 13, but if you want to take the time to do that, you could also do that. Also, there's bootstrapped tutorials through LinkedIn and some through W3 Schools, and some more at bootstrap.com. You can get some information about all those different approaches if you have time. All right, we'll learn about CSS frameworks, what CSS does, how frameworks are created to have a good structured layout for your websites. All right. There's some online libraries, resources, Angular, AMP, Bootstrap, and Sass. We're going to use Bootstrap for these next 2 assignments. But you're welcome to check out those other approaches. Here, our next website is going to be business websites. So I have some links to different lists of different business websites and school websites and church websites you can take a look at. So this is for businesses or institutional websites. That's what our next big project is going to be. So there's always some in here that you can check out on your own. And our discussion topic this week, as I mentioned, is going to be a critique. A critique is just like an art, design, writing. Anytime you create something, whether it's science-based, STEM-based, computer-based, or hands-on, it's always good to critique things, whether you self-critique and judge and look at yourself and see how you can do things better, look at your final project, see how you can improve it, or talk to your colleagues if you're on a team at work or in school, like we're doing here. You'll make a presentation of your finished movie websites, and then we'll critique those. We'll look at those presentations, we'll see how we can improve, help each other improve and do better, answer questions. We may disagree on some things, but we'll do it in a classy way. So to prepare for that critique, you want to create and post your slideshow presenting your website and answering the questions prescribed above. All right. Whoa. And then our week 4 assignment, creating a responsive website. Once again, using Bootstrap. Small businesses make up 70% of employment, or used to. I'm not too sure anymore about all this going on. 70% of employment in the USA, yet many have substandard or downright bad website or online technologies. Your design challenge is to create a 4-page responsive website for a small business or institution using the Bootstrap CSS framework library. This website will be designed to be responsive and will resize for desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. Or you can choose one of these following businesses or institutions here, or if you think up your own, you can send me an email, let me know you're doing something different. Also start thinking about, well, what font, what styles, what images, what textures, what colors do I want to use to represent that website to reach a specific target audience, just like we did before. All right, once again, we'll use Adobe Dreamweaver. If you're using some other approach that works the same, that's up to you, as long as you can accomplish the task. But hopefully you're getting used to Adobe Dreamweaver, and in my video tutorials I will walk you through those different steps. Deliverables for this project. This project's going to take a couple weeks. We'll do a couple, there'll be technically 2 projects for this website, this week and next week. So we'll try to get through that. I think you guys should do fine and have fun with this. Here's a basic layout recommended, and this is one I go over with a tutorial. So if you follow along with the tutorial, you could have something sort of like this, or maybe a little bit different, but something close to that. Don't forget to check out the examples by clicking here, and your step-by-step tutorials. If you follow those, you should do fine. Once again, always back things up, save every once in a while, maybe get to a good stopping point, duplicate a folder, and have one backed up in case things get messed up. If you want to tinker and add some of your own things, you're welcome to add your own stuff and play with the code and stuff. Make sure you have a backup folder when it's working good. Go through all the step-by-step tutorials. If you ever see any problems with those tutorials, let me know. If there's any glitches, something not working correctly, you hear some crazy dogs barking in the background, let me know. All right, here's some examples that you can maybe get some inspiration from. Try to make these visually exciting guys, make them cool, make them something you're proud of. You could do this for a real business, whether it's your own business or a local business. You could do this. Quite often students will do this for a real business and sell them that website after this class. Or you could do it for yourself, for your own business if you have one. Alright, so that would be the end of week 4. That project, once again, will lead into the next week. After week 4, we should be over halfway, guys. We're almost halfway through this quarter, or through this course. After this week, you should be over halfway. So if you're falling behind, there's a couple of you who may need to try to catch up. Take this week to catch up. Get the work done that needs to be done. Please contact me. I'm not trying to take a lot of points away or give you a hard time, but I want you to learn the stuff you need to learn. So contact me, email, phone, question queue, office hours. If you have problems or you need help catching up, please catch up. All right, well, other than that, everybody's doing really good, and have a great week.